I'm Anthony Kudus. I have an opinion about mental health in Nigeria.
My name is Jerry Chemeke, and I have an opinion on mental health illnesses in Nigeria.
Hi, my name is Maiwa, and I have an opinion about mental health in Nigeria.
My name is Kende, and I have an opinion about mental health.
I'm Judy Adede, and I have an opinion about mental health.
And I think it's a really sorry situation.
When I walked into the bookshop, I asked the person to attend to me to get me a psychiatry textbook, and then she went, Jesus.
I think mental health in Nigeria is not understood. I think it's perceived as a cultural and a spiritual problem rather than a health issue.
I think there's a general lack of knowledge about it and lack of knowledge about what to do about it.
I feel like Nigerians aren't really educated, so they don't really respond well to cases that involve mental health.
There are a lot of people who have relatives and who have had some episode of mental illness, and instead of taking care of them, they ostracize them.
If you have mental health problems, they immediately think you are either mad or you don't know what you are doing.
We hear news of suicide and attempted suicide, and comedians want to make a meal of it, turn it to tasteless jokes that are not funny.
I am aware, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. It's permits my French. It's crazy.
I think it is an archaic law. I know it came with the our being colonized by the by Britain, and it's a vestige of their stay with us. I believe it should be revisited.
If somebody is going through that sort of problem, and somebody is being suicidal, and he attempts suicide, and then he turns to himself, what makes you think he's not going to kill himself in jail?
I got to know about the law. At first I thought it was a lie, and yes, I know about the law, and it's really, really barbaric.
Yes, I'm aware of the law. I'm aware that the term of imprisonment is a year, and I think the law is shit. Excuse my French. I think it shouldn't exist. I think it should be repealed, because you do not, react to people that are crying for help by punishing them and locking them behind bars. Because left to me, if I try to kill myself and then you lock me up, I would do everything while in confinement to make sure that I succeed next time, or even succeed with the suicide attempt while in jail.
Religion norms or religion practices aren't psychiatrists. They are not therapists, so I don't understand how they are even supposed to be the ones to help somebody that's going through mental health. There was a post that came up on my WhatsApp one time, and I got really angry. And I remember the post said something like, "Oh, if you are going through, like if you are having suicidal attempts or you're going through something, that just talk to somebody." And I remember replying to that person. I was like, "This post is wrong. Don't just talk to somebody, because not everybody understands what you're going through. Not everybody is educated well enough to help you go through this."
I think it shouldn't be an us versus them thing. It shouldn't be science and religion. But unfortunately, we find that many clergymen are either, unaware of these things, or just plain insensitive and just want to solely focus on, the Bible or the Quran or whatever. You find that people are struggling with one condition or the other, or living with these things, or just trying hard to cope. And you find families taking their loved ones to praying centers, to churches, to mosque, or to some prophet's house. And you find that in some instances, these people who are supposed to be cared for and looked after, some are even flogged, they're chained, they're quarantined, they are, stigmatized and made to look like outcasts in society. It's something that should be really looked into. I think religion slows down, the progress that health institutions and NGOs are making in promoting mental awareness. I think there should be more collaboration, and not, it shouldn't be us and them.
I'm not saying religious homes are bad. Sometimes I turn to God, but sometimes it's not just God that comes to your head and maybe an afterthought, because at the moment what you need to deal with is what you need to deal with.
What I think is, now since Nigerians are a lot very religious and take the opinions of religious leaders very important, we need to educate these leaders about the availability of help for people who are having mental struggles, so that whenever they encounter, maybe a mother or father comes with a child that has probably any mental illness, whenever they come for them prayers, they are able to recognize that this is beyond the confines of satanic or demonic oppression, are able to do a sort of referral to hospitals for better care.